Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back. Next match, Krolsbenska. Back at Group B, we have, I guess one of the underdog decks. Yes, one of the more, oldest decks in this year's Krolsbenska, being the Mais OTK. It's going to take on the, the Goliath, I guess, here in this particular group, being Dragon Rulers. And I asked the people, the votes right side here, and I could definitely agree. 88% seeing that the Switch see that Rulers has this over the Mais OTK. And I've been reading through the comments as well from the community tab, is that I could definitely agree with, the Mais is at a huge disadvantage. Not alone, what is it, 5 years, 6 years difference, but hard counters. I'm looking at the Eradicator, for example, in the side tech. Yeah, Veilers are there. Mexi to some extent, but Mexi is not really, well, I guess it's fine. It could give you like a 1 or 2 extra draws. I mean, the Mais OTK is not really the deck that is like super combo oriented. It's just, drop the Mais and go from there. Pay once or twice and then potentially use stuff like Doomdozer or Megamorph to, potentially hit your opponent for more or at least enough damage. So I could definitely agree here with Rulers. But, I mean, who knows? The Mais OTK might sneak in a win, maybe two. Who knows? They might win the entire match. So, first game. The Mais OTK starts, and that's okay. I mean, kind of, again, this is the old rule of, the older decks, what is it, 2014, I believe, opened up with 6 cards, and still have the draw phase, and getting that normal summon, back in the day, stuff like Sonic Bird, Manju, Senju was, Stratos, or these were weaker Stratos, right, if that makes sense. And here, because I think already got some damage in, that the Mais is only being able to use once. I mean, imagine, being able to use the Mais twice, get rid of the tokens, get rid of Dracossack, and then potentially maybe a Megamorph that could, maybe sneak in a win here. But it wasn't the case. Yeah, also because of those normals, and that's the thing with the Mais OTK. Like back in the old school days, it wasn't that big of a deal. But, pair this deck up against, a much more powerful deck. You definitely don't want those hands with multiple normals in hand. It is what it is. So, Gravity Bind gets Typhoon. Luckily, that's not the strongest hand of Rulers. As you know, like the Rulers that are special summoned off of the small babies cannot declare an attack. But, you can just make any rank 7 Exceed, or even maybe make a level 8 Synchro. But I don't think there's one of the, at least there are, Corseska is not there. This Flamevel Guard, I believe the name is, the, Fire Tuner is also not there. Veilers, I guess, are the only tuners, if I'm not mistaken. And here, this was a sweet, delicious opening hand. Again, like, this is the sneaky win, right? Using the Mais, again, one time, because already got some damage in. Using Metamorphosis, again, one of the reasons, was it banned right after this format, or very close, like 2007-ish, with stuff like Malicious, right? So yeah, Metamorph for, what is it, Cyber Twin Dragon, and then a Megamorph for, easy GG. So 1-1, who knows? Going second, and dropping Light and Darkness Dragon is just, I was about to say game over, but, there's still a chance. Like using, what is it, Manju, Senju for a search, Light and Darkness Dragon triggers, Chain Ring of Destruction to potentially, still be in the duel, but get Eradicator, and that's basically end of the story, end of this game. I guess, Eradicator calling spells, discarding any potential ritual spell in hand, especially, a big blow like these, virus cards against older decks, like, that's just superb, that's just too much, right? So yeah, nothing really I can do. What was it? Typhoon on Ring, I believe, and was it Dracossack on the other one? I guess, sacrificing Dracossack itself, it's basically another attribute in the graveyard for, what is it, Tempest to be banished. And alright, Crimson Blader. Crimson Blader, an old school synchro that kind of prevents the Mais from coming out. And Crimson Blader is basically this deck's, biggest floodgates. Okay, next game. Again, like, this opening hand is nuts. This is really, really nutty. But I need to wait it out, at least one extra turn, to see how I can potentially push for game. Especially with more Advanced Ritual Art, another Manju, Senju, and Doomdozer. This is a big potential, big hand. But Light and Darkness Dragon again, so that's a problem. And here I'm Okay, yeah, so draw 4, but here maybe I should have waited it out like a little bit. Like, in all honesty, you know, Light and Darkness Dragon also negates or could negate your own stuff. So, like, realistically, would rulers really push through, like, at least how can they get rid of, like, a Light and Darkness Dragon on their side of the field without, like, tributing it away, for example, right? So I guess I maybe should have waited, like, maybe one extra turn and then potentially make the same move, you know, Reckless Greed or something like that. Problem is that there is, like, I feel no way to maybe Demise paying like 2-3 times, maybe, but then, you know, I need to waste so many resources, and it's something that I just don't have. Let me think, like maybe Cyber End Dragon to potentially, you know, Megamorph, stuff like that, but, you know, making Cyber End is really hard for this deck. So it is what it is. So Roar, I believe, keeps me in a duel, but I still think that I'm under Reckless Greed, so no draws? Is it? No, okay, it was the previous 2 turns, right? But here, oh, no, I'm still in the duel, but the problem is the breakthrough skill. Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? You getting rid of your own Light and Darkness Dragon, there is still Veiler and breakthrough skill. Potential side deck cards, Vanity's Emptiness maybe, who knows? But any of those cards, insta... I guess I have to insta-scoop for that. And going for this one, Lucky Straight. What is it? Roll 2 dices, and if you roll a 7, you roll a 7, you get the beneficial effect. What is it? Reborn something, draw 3, discard 2, or something like that. So that's going out with a banger, I guess. So it is what it is. Demise OTK gets that one sneaky win, but Dragon Rulers getting the 3 points and sitting at the maximum amount of points here in this particular group. Next match, we have... only a year, I believe, the difference between both these decks. So Glomblade taking on Girgia, Daily Girgia, that is. So, again, feel free to leave your predictions. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a card or like if you enjoyed the video. League, I'm signing out. Peace.